Hey Leo, I'm just gonna do a quick mid-month for March 2020 here for you. Something is being illuminated, okay? Like happiness, joy, truth, alright? I've seen that in the pre-shuffle. Could be the sun starting to finally come out and you're like, screw this, I'm going outside, I don't care what's going on right now. Yeah, please be kind during this. Alright, it's just a pandemic. You gotta take precautions like everything. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying right now at this moment, the world is shutting down, which is ridiculous. Alright, a revolution come out. Maybe it was something you owned, you've never seen before until now because you've had the time to do so. Something that you could possibly make money with or change your life. We'll get into that. We'll see. Leo, please, someone rising in Venus. Leo, 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 Leo. You got a lot of passion around you, though. A lot of good colors for, like, getting things done and grounding yourself. We have number 13 of trust yourself. Or not 13, 31. So maybe the number 13 is specific to you. Could be Friday the 13th. Something comes to light. Let me know in the comments if that happens, because you'll see this on Saturday. I'm just going to read some inserts, and then I'll connect it all together for you. It's number 44, which denotes down to an 11, pretty much, and 4. Revolution is actually something that starts in individual hearts, right? Coming from yourself. It's a change. The earliest forecast tools used in astrology, the dramatic sky events, the ancients understood major transformations were about to happen, and since that eclipse looked so dramatic, ancient people greatly feared them. So there's some fear going on, and you know it, and you're trying to stay calm. Okay, something is being obscured. You're not seeing the whole picture, even though it's directly in front of you, which is kind of what I said. Swift change, end of one chapter to start a new. You may have felt something would eventually happen, not having recently paid much attention to the situation. Then you're presented with a shock or a jolt that you're reeling over the sudden change. The upheaval takes away what's been familiar and safe so you can embark on new territories or even venture to a strange new terrain. But it will be daunting. You have to put in the effort. These events may seem like negatives at first, a divorce, an end to a relationship, being forced to move, or even losing your job. Eclipses tend to affect relationships foremost, however, so you may soon see stressors and upsetting changes in the relational supports you have counted on. I can vouch for that in 2 Leo's lives that I personally know right now. It's a job and a home situation, especially in this upheaval. But this is saying that chaos is bringing in the new, and you have to be open to see it. You have to be open to see the clarity through the crap, and I know that is so hard when you are in the mental, my friend. You may find yourself having to dive in, change something, fix something, create something you hadn't really thought of, but will work out brilliantly that ends up transforming your life in the ways you've hoped for, maybe beyond your wildest imaginings. All in all, this card turns up and implies you are being forced to make a decision or act on it. There will be no stepping away from it. Even though you may not have been consciously aware of just how much certain issues were not working, it's time to look ahead and finally resolve what you had held back. Now it's the time to begin anew and start the new chapter in your book of life, right? Like I said, that pre-shuffle was like an epiphany and aha, this thing's been in front of me this whole time, you know what I mean? Now we're going to go into trust yourself. Trust yourself. I mean, I'm going to work. I was in the middle of the store and whatever. I'm like dancing. I'm like, screw this shit. You're wise. You know how to grow, even without knowing how you know. Like the ancient forest, galaxy, and the acorn becomes the oak. There's a natural intelligence for growth beyond logic and reason. Sometimes we forget the presence and worry that our minds have to work everything out for life to happen and for us to be okay. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. That's because moving, relationship, job. Okay? It's a message that you're growing. You really are. Don't doubt it, even if you don't see it. Remember that so much is happening in the seed still unbroken in the ground. It's summoning up all the might, power, and force it needs to push above the top soil and burst up into the light. It's essential for anything good to happen later on. You have to trust that things will happen and the time is right. You also are being asked to trust in yourself and know how to grow and don't overthink things. You have a big destiny in this lifetime, much to experience, but you have to allow it. Because there is allowing things and there's not allowing things. There's fighting against changes and going with the changes. And as a Taurus, I understand it seems impossible, but I like routine, but I'm also constantly moving. I get to a certain level, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and start again. I'm going to go and start again. Okay? Sometimes you might make the error of judging something as unpleasant as negative or as a mistake. It isn't. It's just part of your great hunger for experience. It doesn't mean you have to have a lot of it, but when you do, don't shame yourself for it. Just let it be. Let it fertilize. Okay, so, right. Upheaval, chaos, pandemic. What are we to do? What are we to do? I had these plans and motions. Now I've lost my job, or I have to move because of this, or I have to move because a relationship has ended, or, you know, I thought this was going somewhere, but there's something you can feel and you see it and you have this idea, but you're putting yourself down before that can come in, and that's takes work. Okay? Anything worth value takes work and dedication. Even though I'm tired and would desperately want a nap, I am trying to help open your guys' eyes to spirituality, into there's good times and bad times, the wheel of fortune, but I am here. I am here and I am posting. That's why I appreciate when you subscribe and you like and you comment and you converse with me. Sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance and let others give to you, even if you're more comfortable being generous and being the giver. Like, no, I provide, it's okay, I don't need this. No, thank you, I get this for myself. I understand. But it's saying someone's trying to offer you something and there's not really strings attached, okay? The healer, the rescuer, the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving with gratitude. Don't diminish yourself or trying to deny your vulnerability of bringing an agenda to it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that to do everything alone with no help and feeling overburdened and just insane, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully you found a message in this. Trust your inner guidance. Don't be terrified. There's something right in front of you, like a basic thing that's like sitting in your home. That's a great idea for you to start this project because there's time right now. Okay? And don't get down in the dumps, my love. Catch you next time.